Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. All right, man. So let's talk some turkey. All right, man. In a potential fight between Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, to me, uh, take it however you want to take it, and I'm just keeping it a buck. The winner of this fight, should this fight happen in the near future, the winner of Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence should be the consensus number one pound for pound fighter. This is for undisputed, and to me, this will also be for the actual and should be the true number one pound for pound fighter. Just like when Andre Ward fought Sergey Kovalov a while back years ago. Many people believe that was the number one and the number two best fighters on the planet in the square circle. So, many people believed whoever won that fight was the number one pound for pound fighter. Now, Andre Ward, he won the first fight. Some people thought that Andre Ward didn't deserve to win, but I thought Andre Ward won that fight. Andre Ward, eventually, to make a long story short, he ran it back with Sergey Kovalov, and he stopped Sergey Kovalov, and he was considered the consensus number one pound for pound fighter. And then Andre Ward, I think a couple of weeks later, he announced his retirement. And he hasn't fought ever since. And he was recently inducted into the Boxing Hall of Fame where he belongs. So, to me, you would have the number two and the number one pound for pound fighter, on certain people's lists. Some people have at least 2 and 3 for Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford on most people's pound for pound list. So at the worst case scenario, you would have the number 2 versus the number 3 best pound for pound fighter, or the number 1 versus the number 2 or the number 3 best pound for pound fighter on the planet, depending on whose pound for pound list you look at or go by. So you Canelo fans, sorry, bad news. Like I said, whoever wins this fight is the number one pound per pound fighter, and they should be considered the number one pound per pound fighter. Real talk. So let's just hope we get some good news in the near future pertaining to this fight. So I'm just breaking it down for you guys. Anyway, this your boy Town Biz. I am out.